Churchill News!
They can take a joke. Hello and welcome to Churchill News. I'm your host, Beluga. Today in Churchill, residents continue to obey the stringent social guidelines put in place by Manitoba's government to limit the spread of margarine. Despite efforts to warn the public, some community members have been observed using the substandard condiment in traditional recipes such as butter tarts and even bannock. Mayor Spence says they butter stop it before it churns into a disaster. Offenders are required to say 3 Hail Dairys and incur a 3-day ban on Peggy's baking goods. News just in, work is finally completed on the first ever floating ice fishing lodge right here in the Churchill River. Activities include Arctic swimming, tractor racing and money burning. Parking is available on the riverbank unless of course you have a smart car. In that case, leave it at home. With the ever-increasing risk of infecting each other with the coronavirus, Churchillians are reminded that the same safety measures should also be applied when interacting with polar bears. And for more on this, we cross to our polar bear expert, Goose Grills. Goose, you there?
G'day, Beluga. How you going? Look, first things first, you don't even want to come close to these apex predators unless you grew up with them like I did in the blistering deserts of the outback in Australia. Now, one whip of these monsters' tail will knock a man back into kingdom come, and then they'll tuck you into their little pouch, run away and feed you to their young under the shade of a coolabah tree.
Goose, I must say it looks like you're talking about a kangaroo there. You are an expert on polar bears, right?
Oh yeah, mate, polar bears, I have an affinity with him. You see, actually I was taught how to play the harmonica by a polar bear. Yeah, it was 1965, out in the frozen ice sheets of the Hudson Bay, sitting around a campfire.
Goose, you're getting us a little bit worried here in the studio. Is there any bears in your vicinity right now?
Oh yeah, there's one right over there. Hey, there you going? He's coming over. Hey, how you going, mate? Yeah, he's coming over for a chat. He's come for a hug. Oh, he's come for a hug. Okay, mate, how you going?
Goose.
Look, oh, you know what? You got to be careful with these guys. You got to get your hand sanitizer ready, because you can't be too careful. You don't want to pass any nasties onto these guys. They'll infect the other bears in the wild, so you get your hand sanitizer.
Goose, that looks like Vegemite, not hand sanitizer. What are you doing?
Yeah, mate, same thing. Righto, here we go. Right, we've got to get it all ready. All right. He's coming. Oh, g'day, mate. Oh, hey, slow down, mate, slow down. Hang on. Oh, jeez, what am I going to do?
Yeah, we seem to have lost Goose there. I'm sure he's fine. He is an expert after all. Yeah. Oh, there he is, Goose. Oh, no, we've lost him again. Well, there you go, folks. Stay safe and stay inside. And now for the weather. Crossing over to you, Hamish. Hamish?
Aye, all right, Beluga. Yeah, as you can see, it's a beautiful mild day here in the Scottish Highlands. Residents can expect the same weather for most of the year, and just remember, keep a wee bit of padding up on your kilt so as you don't freeze your haggis.
Hamish, where are you? You're supposed to be giving the news for Churchill, Canada. You're in Scotland?
Aye, they sent me home after they closed the borders, so sorry about that.
Oh, okay. Well, can we get the weather report?
Aye, all right. All right, okay. As you can see, it's a beautiful mild day here in Churchill, Manitoba, and residents can expect the same kind of weather for most of the year. Just remember, put a wee bit of padding up in the kilt so as you don't freeze your haggis.
And we've just lost Hamish there. Sorry about that. Well, that brings us to the close of today's bulletin, and to see us out, we have a very special guest playing a track from his latest album, Smiling Like a Sundog. Available soon at the Northern Store and other local outlets. Ladies and gentlemen, the talented, the handsome Roy Mexted. Yes, well, thank you for having me here in the Goose Creek studios, and happy to play for you the first song from the album that will be coming out shortly in town, and this song's called As the Train Rolls Back to Winnipeg. trapper shoots a ptarmigan for the first time. The young man makes his name and the stew. A hunter learns to cook with what's provided. An elder passes on a secret truth. A trapper shoots a wolf for the first time. An elder sees he's grown into his boots. The trigger takes the fur and saves the sled dogs. The cycle of all life is passing through. Well, the city lights can wait for me tomorrow, 'cause the rhythm of the seasons keeps me true. Well, I'm glad I'm living up here in the muskeg as the train rolls back to Winnipeg. My elder sits around the embers burning, telling tales of hunting in his youth. Children listen closely, eyes are beaming. The trapper passes on what's seen him through. Well, the city lights can wait for me tomorrow, 'cause the rhythm of the seasons keeps me true. Well, I'm glad I'm living up here in the muskeg as the train rolls back to Winnipeg. Well, the city lights can wait for me tomorrow, 'cause the rhythm of the seasons keeps me true. Well, I'm glad I'm living up here in the muskeg as the train rolls back to Winnipeg. Thank you and have a great day.